Now I'll tell you why it makes perfect sense for at least the Indian scenario. So welcome back to my channel. So today we'll be speaking with reference to the newest avatar of the Royal Enfield Himalayan, the Scram 411. Now this bike fits right in between the extremely capable and off-road centric Royal Enfield Himalayan and the road centric classic 350s and the Meteor 350s. Now I'll tell you why it makes perfect sense for at least the Indian scenario. Our roads by no means is perfect, and at times it's even worse than off-road expeditions that people undertake. So basically you have the best of both worlds. It's a road-centric bike, so the behavior on the road will be much better than the Himalayan, and it's got the Himalayan suspension. So the capability of handling uneven and bad patches will be far better than the Meteor or the Classic 350. Now let's understand what differentiates the Scram 411 from the Himalayan. Number one, the front rim. The Himalayan has a very off-road centric 21-inch rim, which makes sense for off-road bikes because larger the diameter of the front rim, better it can overcome obstacles. Now 19-inch wheels are also the preferred wheel choice for various soft-roaders. So the Honda 500X is a prime example. So you still have off-road capability, but just a notch below the Himalayan. The second difference that you will notice is the reduced ground clearance. Now the Himalayan has a class-leading 221mm of ground clearance. Only bike available in the Indian market that matches the 220mm ground clearance is the Benleaf TRK 500X. Obviously, with the change in the front tire, you can expect the ground clearance to decrease to maybe say 210 or 200. Which again, as per off-road standards, is still a pretty decent ground clearance. Number three, the front headlight has been lowered a bit. Again, this is just mainly a design aspect. Number four, the Scram loses out the exoskeleton the Himalayan had. This exoskeleton, apart from looking cool, had two main features. It basically was a tank protector just in case if your Himalayan fell, or it was also a way to carry two extra jerry cans, and these jerry cans could carry up to 5 liters of fuel, which is a plus point, especially if you're scaling the Himalayans or an absolutely unexplored place where petrol pumps are far in between. So the exoskeleton is replaced by tank shrouds. In my opinion, it kind of looks smart. The fifth change, you'll notice it's got a single piece seat, which kind of goes with the scrambler look. The sixth change is the Royal Enfield Himalayan has a grab rail along with a luggage rack holder. The Scrambler 411 loses out the luggage rack and has a simple grab rail. And the seventh change is there's a slight change in the rear mudguard. All these 7 changes helps the Scram 411 to have its own identity, a completely different vertical of Royal Enfield. Now with reference to the engine, we are hoping and fingers crossed that we get an upgraded 411cc engine. Now I understand the BS6 engine is 10 steps ahead than the initial BS3 engine that was launched. But again, a bike with a long stroke 411cc engine producing just 24.5 horsepower and 32 Nm of torque is kind of embarrassing. An engine with that capacity should easily be able to cruise at 120, 130, 140 kilometers all day long. Presently, with the refined BS6 engine, the Himalayan can cruise at 100, 110, maybe 120 if you're pushing it all day long. But again, the sweet spot is between 100 and 110. We are hoping, just like the J platform, where the 350cc engine was completely transformed by Royal Enfield. If the engineers of Royal Enfield could do its similar magic on the 411cc category engine, it would be amazing. I feel the competitor for the Scram 411 will be the upcoming Java or the upcoming Yazdi, which is going to be launched in a scrambler form. So this will kind of stir up the scrambler competition over here. So this is all from my end. This is my view regarding the Scram 411. If you have any comments regarding this, please do mention, please do subscribe, and I look forward for seeing you in my next video. Thank you.